you can stack pipes now, so in some ways,
and
Bristol's a little popular.
He got nerfed a bit too, like 1% less damage on the static field.
I also heard as well, and this is top secret, I can't tell you which team, but a team did tell me they were going to pick Luna.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me if they're still in the tournament?
They're not in the tournament, which is why I can tell you that one of the teams that are out were going to pick Luna. And yeah, we don't get to see that anymore.
Why didn't Wings do it? They picked support Luna before. Why didn't they do it?
Support Luna.
And they won.
Yeah, oh, God. Really?
Yeah, but that's just Wings things. We've already discussed that. Hashtag Wings things.
Hashtag Wings things.
We already knew that from the group stage. We're into the second draft by now. No particular surprises in the bands with the live stream. Yeah. Do you expect many changes? Because like Kevin made a great point that wasn't really drafted. You guys, in a way, favoured Empire's draft as a more standard draft, and it didn't work. Now they have to perhaps go outside of the box.
Well, they just stole the Phoenix from LGD for the first pick. But we went back to it before. Like Phoenix first phase is always very vulnerable.
It reminds me of it's the counter swing after a hero gets really strong. You say, that's the best hero, that's why we lost, and then you pick it first, and they have something that dismantles that.
I actually thought they were going to pick the Disruptor first, because that's what they've been doing all the time. But LGD goes and they take it themselves. They take Batrider Disruptor for themselves. Right? Like,
we see your Phoenix and we raise you a Disruptor and a Batrider.
Right back the other way. But it is also significant to point out that the sides are the same, and the picks are the same as well.
Yeah, a lot of teams are favouring Radiant these days. It seems like the Chinese teams still like Dire.
It's because of, like, Dire is mostly because of Roshan.
Yeah.
And I know Secret in the past they favored Radiant because of the offlane that you could pull the camp, but
and I think a lot of Euro teams sort of followed that lead as well.
But now you can also do it at Dire, so that advantage is not that big anymore. Obviously on Radiant it's a bit easier to pull off, but it's like a very tiny advantage. I feel the Roche advantage is still a bit bigger.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
Especially when you grab heroes like Batrider. Like, how can you do a contested Roche against a Batrider? It's so difficult. You're just wrapped around by cliffs. If you don't have mobile heroes, he pops in, he pulls somebody out, leaves him on the cliff, like the Alliance game.
Yeah.
Alliance lost a fight because they had a Slaughter on a cliff and he couldn't get down.
Yeah. Loader was just stuck there for
going back to
probably about 30 seconds, I think.
Yeah, until he died.
Yeah.
He was done.
Yeah.
Big change up here.
Yeah. But one of the most seen combos in the tournament.
Yes.
Phoenix complementing a Void, very strong. Phoenix pops the egg, you can chrono first, you pop the Sunray. There's like many possibilities.
It's semi-okay against Batrider as well. It's a carry that if he survives that first burst, he can live, as long as they don't follow it up with a Disruptor ulti. So maybe some way to back him up, something like a Venge perhaps, or something like that, and he could actually be all right.
Yeah, I think the Venge is a really interesting pick because I feel like Disruptor actually is probably one of the best, if not the best, versus Void, because in the laning phase, of course, you have their damage, which is dealt over 4 seconds, so he can't really time walk it off. Then he, of course, his ultimate just really counteracts him in every form.
Yeah. I feel like so many of these games are coming down to one team's ability to initiate, and at some point, I feel like it's going to be pushed towards supports that can save that person. Like, if OD was in the meta, I think people would be picking OD all the time right now just because you could Astral some guy that gets initiated on, whether by a Ravage or a Roar or a Blink Dragonite stun. Shadow Demon. I'm going to try to sell it again.
We're going there again, are we?
Think of all the times DP got initiated on last game. If they just disrupted him, they could actually take a fight. They could ulti, Yules himself, and then take the fight.
Are you on some sort of commission from Ice Frog or something?
Disrupt is such a good... Look at, what about Alliance's strat? It was a little cheesy. The Centaur Shadow Demon, and then they just sent it next to towers, and it reflected damage. That was really cool. That's maybe the one way you can abuse him. It's not going to happen. I want it to happen. I want it to happen, but it's probably not going to happen.
This is like me wanting to see more Jakiro, and it's based on fact. And actually, we're both going to see about that many times. So
I agree, though, Kevin. Like, it's very good versus a bunch of the heroes in this draft. It helps, of course, when a hero gets locked down, and you were saying it's very prominent right now that the team that initiates. Come on, the team that initiates
doesn't need any more.
That is almost every game,
and it's also very good versus like these popular heroes like Lifestealer. It's extremely good versus it. So
why not Winter Wyvern, for example? Yeah, it's actually very good versus Lifestealer. Yeah. That's actually a really good point. That could justify it alone, because Lifestealer is consistently... No, seriously, it's picked in first round, so you already know what the carry is.
Fogged?
SD can, I mean, there's usually better ways to counter open wounds, just a force staff, for example. But if they have stunning combos with Lifestealer, maybe it could work. Why not Winter Wyvern? Similar thing, Cold Embrace, as long as they don't have an A, things like that.
Yeah,
if you want to pick Shadow Demon, as well. Like, if you want to pick Shadow Demon, you need a good combo with it. Like Alliance did with a Centaur.
I love this.
I can't believe we're still talking about this, but okay.
Like, I still feel like Oracle is just like more versatile hero.
That's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah. I'm surprised most people, like a lot of teams, didn't pick Oracle in conjunction with DP. I think that's one of the strongest combos in all of Dota.
IO was a good example of another counter to that. Just relocate back.
Yeah. The hard counters Void. You chrono someone, relocate out.
Pull them out.
It's really good versus Batrider or versus Phoenix as well, because of course if you're tethered up to somebody, you have overcharge, helps kill the egg. Wisp has no turn rate. He's able to turn and kill the egg very easily.
Yeah.
Plenty of options on the LGD side now.
DK and Death Prophet both banned out though this game. So we're going to be seeing a big change up between the mid lane here.
I'm surprised we saw the Night Stalker ban. Like LGD didn't run Night Stalker that much, right? Are they scared of it, or?
Probably Vision plus Batrider sets up relocate ganks. Well, they didn't pick IO yet, but.
Are they trying to force maybe onto the puck?
Possible.
It's the less of a carry hero. He definitely plays more carry-centric mids.
Yep. His top 4 most played in the last 3 months: Invoker 26, DP 8, Puck 7, DK 7.
What about Ember Spirit?
6.
6
times. It's the fifth most used.
They swap between the two, and we do see the Scandal going for the puck
Scandal
instead.
Puck.
Interesting, we do get the puck.
They need damage though. Like all 3 of the heroes. Phoenix offers a bit of damage, but not that much. More like team fight control, and they do go back to the Ember Spirit. We don't know whether they put it middle or carry yet though. They always alternate between that.
Great response though to the puck.
Yeah,
of course, you can't phase shift during series chains. It's extremely obnoxious to play against.
Does anyone want to take a stab at the win rate right now on puck at the Manila Major alone?
I'll say 28%.
I think is it sub 20 now? Yeah.
No way.
18.1%.
Used to be at 20, and I've
was
just
22
seen it
the other
lose.
day, and we've seen 2 more.
Teams are just losing with it, yeah.
18% win rate on the puck. I think that's probably the lowest popular pick plus 10 picks in the tournament I've seen for a long time.
Oh, there we go. So we do get the Miposhka Ricky.
This got real good all of a sudden. Ricky counters Ember Spirit in the laning stage. Silence against all these heroes is quite good, actually.
Okay, so maybe he's going to go with the Ember.
Actually, I'm not too worried for like when it comes to the DPS department for Team Empire, because LGD only has squishy heroes so far. They have no tanky hero at all. So Empire is not necessarily going to pick a like burst hero, but they definitely need to pick a hero for the safe lane. I think they shouldn't safe lane the Void in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think so, at least either. Usually it's actually afterlife.
It's usually afterlife playing, yeah.
And he can get away with it too if Ricky shows up in the lane. It's a disruptor IO.
Yeah.
If it's a tri-lane, it's a little dangerous. But if it's just one, they could even go aggressive with the Void and get a kill there.
Do you like anti-mage this game for Empire Black?
Not particularly.
Not particularly? Okay, well, I had to.
He likes AM every game. What are you on about?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what game
I can't just admit it though.
Oh, okay.
Like
so is that a secret? Were we supposed to keep that quiet?
Look.
Okay. I'm sorry.
When I'm back, if I'm back.
If you're back.
Tiny?
Nobody is
For
allowed
Empire?
to ban my AM.
I think there was a combo that we actually used. There's a combo that we used to see a lot, actually, the Puck Spectre combo, but people are kind of drifting completely away from it. I don't know if maybe Empire would go back. It is one of their staples. Ramses loves playing it. He's extremely good at the Spectre, and it fits their lineup.
And it's really good against IO too.
And oh my goodness.
It's the best
well,
carry.
There's also a Beastmaster which completely got missed through all bans.
So they are doing the Void short lane.
Carry, yeah.
Void carry.
We have seen from China though a lot of Beastmaster safe lane 2 before the Manila Majors actually.
Before the Major, yeah.
Then you have like a minute 11 Necro 3 and you just put on the pressure. We could see it, but probably not from Empire. They're not the team that usually does that.
That's a pretty smart draft from Empire, Kevin.
It's pretty good. I'm not sold on the Void carry versus the Disruptor, because if he jumps in first, he'll get glimpsed back, and then their DPS is gone during Chrono.
So one of the things that we've seen a lot of is the Lycan in reply to the Phoenix. Which way round do you like the draft this time, Kevin?
I think I like LGD's better.
Tough one though, Black, isn't it?
I think LGD is better simply because they have no answer to Lycan push. Like they have the lockdown, but they can't really kill him.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go LGD as well. They're not really they don't have any big cooldown reliance like Empire does. If they play around Empire's cooldowns, they'll take this.
Okay. Thanks to all 3 of our panel members. We'll get their expert views after our second game. Are LGD on the way through, or can Empire pull it back? Let's find out.
Thank you very much, Red Eye. That's right. We're live here at the Mall of Asia Arena, down on the floor, Waga. Getting ready for game 2. This could be Empire's last game, but the panel believes in their draft.
They do.
You?
I do, of course. It's a carry voids. I'm happy to see it. Actually, is it though?
I guess we're going to find out soon. The teams have entered the field of battle, guys. Let's get ready. Game 2 is beginning now.
LGD Gaming versus Team Empire.
Well, Waga, we thought it was a carry void, and I was going to say, you know, I understand why Blitz can't be here. Storm is not a relevant hero, so he's not a relevant caster. With the carry void, you would have a lot to talk about, but
I
it's
could
not.
just leave now, right?
It's Afterlife, so, I mean, can we get someone else down here?
Get someone here who's good on the non-carry lineup, because they don't have a single one. They're doing Ramses on Beastmaster, Boots first. This is really crazy coming out of Empire. They have a support Ricky, they have an offlane Void, they have a Beastmaster who's going to be farming with Boots first. This is just really out there by Empire. I feel it's a lot riskier than a safe lane Void for sure.
It definitely feels that way, and it's weird to say that because like a month back, yeah, some people were playing in pubs, yourself most notably, but it definitely wasn't a go-to competitive way to play the hero.
It's been used in China, Europe, and NA, I'll have you know.
You're
LD,
a pioneer.
With great success. So, in my 8K MMR opinion, it's a good pick.
All right, well.
Very humble.
Let's get you in the game. Maybe we need to sub one of these players out. But that'll be for another day, guys. As the runes do spawn here, who's going to get them? Afterlife aggressively moving for that bounty rune up top.
He didn't get it, though. Took some decent harass as well. 280 damage that he didn't get to time walk away.
Time walks a bit of it off.
Oh, look at this.
But already.
Are they going to predict the sneakiness?
Dirty little Riki.
Very dirty.
Very dirty.
Oh, the crab, he knows.
They're going to
the spider.
The IO making the long journey back, but, well, is he?
Itzy the courier, staying safe.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, I mean, really the only other team that was running a lot of Riki coming into this event was Ad Venom, and they're not here, so.
Oh, DC has played it quite a bit as well on Misery.
That's true. They've been other teams have been picking it up, but it's not like something you've practiced against all the time by any means.
Yeah, definitely. And it started to get more and more attention than the Bounty Hunter, partly because Bounty Hunter was also nerfed. Top lane Afterlife taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, he'll time walk it off, but already under heavy duress here, and that Riki has moved all the way bottom immediately, chewing into the IO, something you were talking about. IO's very low base armor.
Exactly.
Going to really suffer from the backstab damage.
It's a perfect target for Ricky. Actually has no armor at all, unless he stays under a tower where he gets one. But if he stays all the way back there, it's going to be harder for Xiaowei to be aggressive as well.
But very patient from LGD. As soon as they see the Riki show on the map, then the courier comes out mid. So they're not going to give away that 3 additional gold and nerf their opportunity to win this lane. So maybe doing well here so far against Scandal. So they have 5 and 2 to the 4 and 1 of the puck.
Playing really well. He's always so solid, though. I feel like maybe he's probably one of the most mechanically talented players in the world. It's just, he's just that good. But Scandal is also a great mid player, so good matchup.
Scandal has had those breakout performances for Empire, but we haven't really seen that Scandal in this series, and not really so much even in the whole event. At times he's taken over games very aggressive, but when he's forced to like sit back and play more of a passive farming game, to me that's where he's not in his comfort zone. And that was what happened last time around, but he's on puck this time, not the Death Pro.
Definitely. I'm just blown away at how easily maybe last it's under tower against the puck, trying to deny him as well. He's going to be at 12 CS already. That is such a good score.
He's straight up just winning his lane here. Afterlife starts to, I wouldn't even say trade hits, just bully the safe lane Lycan of aggressive a little bit, but still getting to CS. We do see the pulling being attempted as Disruptor now will move down towards the bounty rune. He's going to grab it top quite a bit after it spawned. And some rotation from the Riki moving, journeying up, looking to harass that Disruptor.
I like that he has Arcane Rune on Ricky, but he only has Cloak and Dagger. That's his only skill. And the Fate Delay is actually the same no matter what.
Feels bad.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Is he going to smack him? Yeah. Just a little poke in the butt. A little more. And now he's out of there.
And he will struggle with just one nuke like this. Ricky has no HP regen. He's in a pretty bad spot against this.
Time to go home.
Yeah, time to walk back to base, I guess.
It's been pretty ineffective so far on the Riki.
He's level 1. Yeah, it's not great times. I feel that Empire is just way too crazy. They could have laned this in such a different way, played it in a much more solid way, but we'll see what they can do, I suppose. This Beastmaster has to come through big, and he doesn't even get levels that quickly farming safe lane.
They're getting out-farmed for now. And it also puts Ramses in a very different position. Normally, Empire play around him is more of a hard carry, but obviously they felt like they had to make a change.
I just wonder why, though. Beastmaster jungle and offlane Phoenix could have been super strong in this game.
They move in on the mid lane. They get the chains off here on Scandal. Can't phase shift, and it's cooling down for the time being anyway as he orbs back to safety. Kanar will re-engage.
If maybe he had just a little bit more experience, he would have the Slido Fist as well to finish off that kill. He's not going to get it, though.
Bottom lane. Batrider getting a lot out of this. Xiao 8 will take the Sunray damage, but already has the completed Tranquil Boots here as well as a stick. Seems Empire struggled to shut him down with that safe lane Beastmaster.
Well, it's MMY, really. He just had impact on the bottom lane first with the Wisp, made sure the Batrider is not going to die, can play aggressive as well, and then he went mid. Bottom now, though.
There's the Icarus dive. Kanar moving in again. This time he has the Cloud, and Xiao 8 will drop Empire. They might be getting out-farmed a bit here, but they grab the first blood, and that should put them into the lead.
Yeah, definitely, that's a good thing for them. Mid, though, maybe, again playing aggressive.
Yeah, diving in there onto the puck. Can they chase him down through the trees? Winding after Scandal. Pretty low and will fall to that last auto attack. No points at the slight though, but the IO will keep him alive. He'll be just fine.
Yeah, he's just fine. He's even holding on to his fair fire. He's so chill.
As much as LGD feels predictable in some of their overall gameplay strategy, this game is a departure for them, Waga. Much more of a pick-off lineup, much more of a mobility-based draft. It's not that heavy team fight composition that everyone was game planning for, looking at LGD in the lower bracket.
I don't really know what's gonna happen here. It's just crazy stuff coming out from Empire, and LGD playing a pretty solid laning phase so far.
So where is like the kick going to come for Empire? Who's the hero or the player for you that drives this game heading towards the end of the laning stage?
The thing is, they can play on the back of many of their different ultis. When they have level 6 on Void and Beastmaster, both of them can set up fights. And Phoenix is probably going to be the one who needs to be there to bring damage. Same thing with Puck. He can also lead. It's just that damage needs to be there, and they need level 5 on Phoenix at least, the Sunray upgrade.
Seems like some shenanigans from that Phoenix was pulling creeps all the way into the big camp there and getting a bit of extra golden experience for the team.
Some more shenanigans as well as the Ramses walks into a side shop and buys Ring of Health to be efficient and then selling it again to get some HP regen. Nice, cute little play.
Jackie Mao might not be here on the stage anymore, but his spirit is haunting the game.
Oh, the efficiency, it pleases me.
Pleases you. Bottom lane, our Batrider is getting jumped on as Icarus dive forward, moving on to Xiao 8, but he's got the lasso, and backup is coming in the form of MMY. They pulled in Ramses deep. Can they kill him off? They glimpse him back as well. 3 heroes descending on the safe lane Beastmaster, but he withstands the punishment and will make it out with ease.
1000 HP and a magic one. That's going to be hard to work through, at least with these heroes. If they brought in the Ember, probably they could have gotten that kill, but Disruptor TP'd first. And Ricky still just stalking around, trying to find any way to mess with this Lycan, who does not want to back, in fact. Salves up and Clarity is up.
Aggressive playing this very safe, but Afterlife, he's getting farm here, Waga. For
yeah,
now,
37.
He does get the headdress. Normally this is like into the Vlad's build. Yes, the Chrono actually, I think looking for 1 bash on aggressive and then maybe would consider dropping it. Do you like Vlad's this game if that's the build-up for Afterlife? I know you're generally a proponent of the carry Void. He's in the offlane here. Does that change anything for you? Or?
I think Vlad's is fine. If you're going to play the offlane position, it's better because you can just translate into taking towers more easily with this. But I also think he should probably max out the Time Walk, but he's playing very confidently top.
Maybe he does have the Remnant now, but that won't necessarily help him against this double silence combo. I do have some kill potential.
He sees the Disruptor and Wisp coming in, so Void is going to be perfectly fine just here.
Musical lanes, we've seen Riki stalking through the Dire Woods. Now we saw a couple supports TP bottom. Now it's LGD journeying, mostly focusing their attentions on their own woods, but this is the power of the Riki. Even if he doesn't find early kills, he can get great wards out, and we've seen 2 now planted down.
Surprised he just runs away instead of sticking around for the experience, and he actually gets scouted there under a ward.
Kanar in trouble. The chain's coming through. He drops the Cloud. He immediately goes for the TP out.
Glimpse.
And he gets flipped just in range for the Disruptor, and now they might be able to run him down. Blinks to the north. He tries desperately to retreat, but he will be cornered and brought down.
I feel he should just have sat around because he scouted the big stack, and just got a little bit impatient. Batrider was not bottom, and there's a massive stack on that big camp, so just sticking around, he would have gotten so much experience.
Perhaps a missed opportunity there as a double smoke purchase from Empire really dictates their game plan here moving forward. They have Chrono, they have Roar available, and they have the Necro 1 flying out, I imagine, fairly soon from Ramses. You can see the courier moving now, so...
It is, the Necro 1 is
It's
completed.
go time for Empire.
Definitely, and they have so many things to set up, as you said. The only thing they're sort of missing right now is Phoenix getting level 6 would be really helpful as well.
So what's your target? They have a lot of setup, they have like a good timing here. Who do you want to kill?
I think Lycan. Just try and slow him down, for sure. Play in the enemy jungle a little bit more, but look at Xiao 8. He already is so close to a Blink Dagger on Batrider as well.
Yeah,
so
just had about 900 gold, but that was before he cleared all these big stacks.
Yep.
So now he zeroes in on it. And they are leaving the Beastmaster bottom lane. Looks like they're using him to apply some pressure. Riki just trying to leech a bit of experience, keep eyes on aggressive.
Now he's getting it. Got level 4.
Why. Is anyone going to come to defend that bottom tower? We see Batrider, Xiao 8, winding his way down there, but he's very low on mana. Doesn't have the blink yet.
He just wants to farm, nothing else. He just wants to go here, Firefly, back off, and be sure to pull the creeps.
Objective first one claimed, not by LGD, but by Empire.
Yeah, safe lane Beastmaster probably should take a tower early, so a little bit awkward pick, but works.
Sepp glimpses back one, and it's Kinar's turn to have a crack at the Disruptor, but while that's going on, Ramses is getting chased out by the Angry Wolf. He's very tanky though, even with crits, it's still a difficult kill.
He needs body blocks.
He needs maybe to help, and they get the chains just in range. They grab the one position Beastmaster, and he is the leader in net worth for the Radiant, but with that death, Ember gets on top.
Really good pick off from there. Getting use of the Lycan ulti early as well, and they have Vladimir's, so if they can push down bottom, maybe take the tier 1 there, they could think about Roche. You don't want to rush Roche too much though, because ever since the change to experience, it's not worth going 5-man into Roshan and losing all your lanes.
And there's no huge hurry here. They have some Roche potential, but you're up against the Riki, so you'll need sentries there. The Hawk can scout you. There's a big team fight potentially once Phoenix gets level 6 to worry about with the Chrono. So it will be a risk if LGD try for it. Instead, they try for the smoke, but they've lost another tower here. 2 tier 1s already down.
Getting a lot of play on the side lanes is Empire.
And they move in. There's the Batrider Blink debut. Static Storm layered over the top of this, but Poshka will drop.
Yeah, really good getting the pick off there immediately with a Blink. Reveal on Batrider. And probably going to get a tower in trade, but Void is pushing so much on top. They just want to try and puck ulti them and hold them mid, but actually Puck moving in for top.
There's a Roar ready here. No relocate just yet. And they have the Necropoke, I believe, available. Maybe he's very far out in front. He really wants to get those boots of travel. You can see Ramses thinking about having a go at him. But Lycan will TP back to the top lane. They think that tower mid is already secured. And they're looking to hold the line. And we'll see a TP in now for the Batrider as well. Afterlife will be forced back. Looks like the Bat ended up canceling his TP. Just wanted to scare Empire away.
Oh, Kingar actually finds MMY.
This could be huge, but MMY not caught in the middle of the smoke, more to the side of it. He does get follow-up silence, though, by the Puck, just barely clipped. Then down will go, and the coil comes onto Xiao 8. The Chrono there as well. Xiao 8 off to the left. Sepp getting focused by the Void. Kinar trying to make his way in and bring him down. The Cloud deployed once more. Can they kill him? You betcha, but maybe arrives. If he can kill off Afterlife, not really worth it for Empire. They've lost a huge hero. Now they're going to drop the Puck as well. Suddenly, LGD, the whole family comes in. But it's not very family-friendly fun.
No, definitely. And taking these big team fights for Empire is going to be hard because look at Void. He's level 8. He's actually 2 experience away from being level 9, but he doesn't have max on Time Walk. 12-second cooldown is a long time in a team fight.
Yeah, versus 6.
He could have lived, but he died on the tower. This max on Bash, of course, increases his damage a little bit, but it's definitely not worth it if you're going to take these fights.
There's a lot of abilities in Dota where like that second skill point doubles the efficiency, you know, going from like 100 damage to 200 or, you know, from 50 to 100. Void actually is that last point where it doubles in value, going from 12 to 6 seconds.
You could argue that it's more than double. If you think about in a different way that every 6 seconds you mitigate the last 2 seconds of damage, then that's a bigger difference for 6 than 12.
Right.
So it's
you've
an
only
extreme.
really got 4 seconds where you're not.
Exactly, it's an extreme value point, but doesn't go for it.
Not living the extreme life for now. They did smoke for this. Jumping onto Ramses. They get the Static Storm down as well. Relocate coming through too. Scandal in position, but doesn't want to take the fight. They even have the Phoenix there. Too bad the Lycan's also been brought in for some additional ground reinforcements, and They will now turn their attention to this tier 1 top. Empire, do they even consider a fight into this? They don't have the Beastmaster, they're lacking the Chrono.
I don't think you do. I think you have to give this up. They're trying to get a chance with Puck, but he doesn't have Veil. The damage is just so low. In fact, it's going to be LGD who back off and play it safe. Do not have the Necro Book yet on aggressive, so just trying to play it safe.
Some good deep wards here by Empire, but I mean, for me, I guess the question is, Waga, can they take advantage of them? It's LGD who have the really mobile draft. They're the ones who can bring 4 or 5 heroes almost instantly to any engagement.
That is the downside.
Will they be able to use these?
That is the downside, and you mentioned it when we were just looking at the draft and talking amongst ourselves about it. They don't have a lifesteal. They can't really infest and easily help out the Ricky in these ganks, and I just see their draft being a little bit wonky. The way they laned it, it's so hard to see how it's going to execute well. The Beastmaster looking.
I mean, maybe he gets Boots of Travel, but he's a long way from that unless he wants to skip out on the upgraded Necrobook or a Blink Dagger.
I think then you're just giving up all your tower pressure. Speaking of which, they are getting the mid tower right now. Trade is trying to be had by LGD, who are going top.
Empire looking to make it a 2-tower advantage, but as you said, there is a trade brewing. So Empire press forward. On paper, they do have the better team fight if they can combo these ultimates together. But LGD, they have this mobile, finesse-based draft that can bait out ults, that can potentially find the power play as they blink in. Static Storm was there, but just a split second late. They are going to glitch back after late. Maybe it's not late after all. They had a second round of attacks. Kinar, though, looking to bail out his buddy. He'll drop the tricks of the trade, forcing Xiaowei back. They get the kill. The Roar even committed for that one.
Works out pretty well here for Empire.
Now the Chrono, aggressive ran into it. The Wolf has been controlled, but the relocate is there to save the Daedrex right out of the Chrono, but only slightly, so he can come directly back into the fight. Maybe on the back line, working on the Puck, he could potentially bring out 3-4 heroes. Scandal Chain, it'll die even after the Orb. Do they get Ramses as well? This could be a 3rd kill. Again, Ramses about to die.
The neutral!
By the neutral.
That was crazy.
Ice Frog. Well, I would say smiles on Empire, but he does still die in the end.
The only way he smiles on you is by killing you?
That was like one corner of the mouth slightly raises up.
That was crazy.
Not a full smile.
That was some long-range Hellcaller Blast as well. He got his back. At least the carry Beastmaster is denied by neutrals.
Well, you know, when I was at Starladder, Ake said it's the best creep in Dota.
Yeah, it is.
I think
pretty
he meant
good.
when it was in his hands or the hands of a jungle player.
It is a good creep.
It's so good that it even wins fights against actual heroes as a neutral.
So easy to micro, even the neutrals do it themselves. Meanwhile, that was a very deep dive, and LGD, they have so good heroes to punish. Even when they mess up their initiation, they don't get the grab, and Disruptor pretty much whiffs his entire ulti. They can still win that fight, because Ember, he just feeds some people who run into tower like this. It's so easy to just pick your target.
As long as LGD don't clump up into the big combo, I was going to be able to relocate, save a single hero that's chronoed. You can glimpse back the Void potentially when he goes in. They have an instant initiation that can prevent the egg in the form of the Static Storm Lasso, and hasn't been perfect from LGD, but it's been solid. And solid for now has been more than good enough as they jump out to nearly a 6,000 gold lead here, about 8,000 experience, Waga. That is a huge experience lead at this stage.
It is a lot, and if they ever get a hands on Roshan, which could be really soon as well, and just adding more control to their map. And this is before they even have Battle Fury and Ember. He's going to start farming faster. We saw it in the last game, how much he can just control when he gets that. And in fact, that was aggressive playing it, and now it's maybe, didn't really bring it up, but they do have multiple players playing so good on different cores.
Yeah, probably the two best Ember players in China on the same team.
They're really solid.
Yeah, these two cores have been very stable for LGD here when they needed them to be. Empire find themselves on the ropes. Game 2.
They're just so underfarmed. At this point, you're looking at a 9,000 net worth Lycan. What do you have to show on your team? You have a mid puck who's doing decent, then you have an offlane Void who's less farmed, and a Beastmaster, position 1, who's even less farmed. It's just...
It's such an un-Empire draft, really, to see Ramses. I mean, maybe like a Slardar type of hero could have been a compromise where he's a little more of a tempo controller, buddy scales well, but
yeah.
I mean, they went full tempo control with the Beastmaster, and it's just not how Empire has been playing over the past couple months.
It just seems when you pick a safe lane Beastmaster like this, you need to get so you need to get so much done, and you could just do it as a jungler, I think. Just agree. Just agree. Just agree. Just agree. for him. And LGD were not really that close as well when the fight started.
And so now we head into the, I'll call it the mid-game already. They don't really have a true carry. Puck isn't farming up to take over. Knar's a support Riki. The Beastmaster has not exploded in net worth. Empire don't even have a damage dealer.
No, they don't. And that's really why I just jumped ship in the beginning of the game when I saw what happened. It's crazy what Empire are doing. It's really just pulling some insanity move, which to me, it feels that teams do when they feel that they shouldn't be able to win. You do something crazy. Going here.
Roar mid on aggressive. Will there be backup in the neighborhood? They're bringing it in. It looks like the Chrono's there. It catches out 3. Beautiful from Afterlife. That's the kind of fight that Empire were looking for. And now MMY could be in trouble. The IO's going to likely drop here. Will the Ember be able to clean up? Working on Ramses. The Flame Guard still active. He's going to have a Sleight of Fist. Gets the kill. It's a 2 for 2. That's about as good as you're going to get, it feels right now.
Oh, is it over though?
They're going to lose a third. Potentially the Glimpse back right as the time wall comes out. Now Afterlife finds himself roasted from 2 angles. LGD cook him, broil him, and serve him up for dinner. Even an amazing Chrono, it just isn't good enough right now.
No, that's just how it feels as well. They managed to kill off aggressive on his Lycan here. They kill him earlier when he has the Aegis as well, but they haven't killed maybe a single time. He's 7-0-10. He's just looking so strong on his Ember. Already has that Lincoln Sphere along with his Battle Fury. And 1,000 gold to boot.
7-0-10. He has been in on all but 2 kills from the mid lane, and he hasn't died yet.
Yeah, it's definitely looking worrisome. When he has Lincolns as well, it's going to be so hard now, because Beastmaster cannot lock him down at all. You have to rely on your silences, but if he just wants to add up a mat style later on, then that doesn't work either.
So far, all according to the script here for LGD, the director getting to see the action play out the way he desires, and he's looking to head into what could be Empire's final act as he fireflies over the tree line. Looking to isolate Ramses.
I'm not going to go for it.
Just going to kill the creeps.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go too close to the tower when they don't have the relocate up. It is up now, but maybe that was a little bit too late for him.
We're in the intermission right now. LGD are going to wait until that final act.
Oh, I love the fact that he has Ether Lance on Batrider as well. A really strong item, in fact. So good at when you have Blink Dagger, you can blink from so far away. You can force staff people from farther away. Doesn't actually increase your force staff range, but still going to be great. And just, it's quality of life. When you're trying to Flaming Lasso someone, you're not going to have to suffer that much from the short catch range.
Yeah, and the other thing is, even if you would get, I don't know, the other big item to me, BKB this game, you're up against Void and you're up against Beastmaster, so they have other ways to deal with the Batrider initiation. But Lasso here comes on to Afterlife. Can he find a way out of the Thunderdome? Oh, Flame Break comes back, he time walks out, but he doesn't really go anywhere. LGD do get the kill. Another grab.
It's a consolation prize, but at the same time,
almost,
you got
barely half
gold
the net worth
at Wisp
of the
That's
Emperor.
a lot. And he also is so squishy. Oh, solo kill attempt here, gets it as well.
They get MMY, Empire.
Trailing pretty badly in this game. It's a consolation prize, but at the same time, you got 565 gold for killing that Wisp. That's a lot of money.
Sign of just how far behind Empire are.
That's
they need that gold.
They're trailing pretty badly in this game. We see a Necro Warriors going to war. Pretty badly in there. I mean, the leader, Beastmaster, he just bailed out. So
Void for 8 seconds. He won't be able to get here. There are no tier 1s up mid or bottom. It's a long journey for that Void to come to this towards the pit, but they do so without their faceless Void for 8 seconds. He won't be able to get here. There are no tier 1s up mid or bottom. It's a long journey for that Void to come to this Roshan fight, but Empire feel hell-bent, just pressed into attacking and moving on in. Phoenix up on the high ground drops a very early Supernova. Doesn't seem like it's going to really affect too many of the LGD heroes as they hunt to the south side instead. Supernova down, not a whole lot gained from that one, and now Puck trying to control and isolate Scandal. LGD will bring him down too. Perhaps they get the Shao 8 kill. They commit a Chrono for him as well as the hero that Afterlife could get to, but Maposta gets munched up. They have no real big ultimate at this point. With the Puck dead, the Egg already committed, the Chrono down, the Roar, the one that is still there. Empire getting hunted out. They isolate them, cull them from the herd, and pick them off one by one. 3 now fallen. They're double buying back into this fight, Wagga. They have to win a Roche engagement off of this.
I think they realize if they lose Roche to LGD, it's just over.
I mean, you can Someone may already have GG queued up if they lose this fight.
Well, the thing is, can you even kill Roshan that easily yourself? You have Beastmaster, sure, but you don't.
Rider's up in 20 seconds. Necrobook is there.
LGD are backing up. They don't want any of it.
I think they want to reset. Let's see. They do a very lucky available. No, they're coming in. They just want to do it properly. Sleight of Fist is there. And in comes the big bad wolf. Gets roared immediately. Static Storm onto Ramsey's trying to bring it back into the pin. Jumping forward and maybe who snatches the Aegis and Empire's hopes of a comeback Roche fight. They did get the last hit on the big rock, but isn't really enough. Miposhka grabbing what little he can. Now will scoop up a bottle on the way out. But Chowait's there on the chase. The Firebird ain't going anywhere, at least not easily. He gets dragged back towards the tower. Flame braked into it.
That's gonna be
not immune to the flames.
That's gonna be really, really harsh. And Ember is just diving into the tower as well. No respect right now, just finding them.
Now diving deeper and deeper, make it 4, and it might even be a 5th. Maybe hunting Scandal back to the well. This is looking bleaker and bleaker by the second. Empire now down almost 20,000 gold and experience. Not even 30 minutes into the game. 10 farm Lycan.
10, 0, and 14 on this Ember Spirit. So strong performance. And of the entire team. Again, LGD, they just play very, very coherent with each other.
And
always
like
going
you said,
together.
they have 2 Ember players. He's not even the one who always plays it.
Both of them are showing off that they can play quite well.
Everyone's talked about the MMR of MVP, but LGD has some incredibly high MMR players in their own right.
That is true. That is true. Grinders.
They've put in the work here. LGD teams were criticized at the Shanghai Major for maybe not preparing enough, but this LGD team has come to play Empire. They gotta find a good fight. A Scandal leaping in, gets off the coil, aggressive on the backside, tops the BKB and the Ember Spirit, cleaning up. There's a nice supernova combo here potentially coming as they work with the Chronosphere to bring them down. It is gonna end up hitting the deck, but aggressive is just so damn tanky. Where's he going? Does he run? Does he fight? The orb comes through.
So fast.
Miposhka dropping low there to the Necrobook. Can they finish him off? Showait hunting, trying to finish off Scandal 2. Seth gonna glimmer. They are gonna get the kill. It's 4. Beastmaster dead. A full wipe. LGD wiping the floor with Empire.
They get every single player. Man, Empire just trying desperately to do anything to come back into this. Of course,
and the more
elimination is waiting, and
the tighter they try to hold on, the more it slips through their fingers.
Yeah, this is just LGD's game. You can't take it away from them. They're too strong at this point. Man. Empire just gonna die to the Ricky. Come back to this, of course.
Kinar gets red, but LGD, they'll get their vengeance here. Perhaps Trade does come out, and he has the defusal, but it's only for now. It's a full team wipe. They're too strong at this 5 heroes on the sidelines. Empire.
They put it back in the grave. They're like, no, stay there.
Kinar gets that. LGD, they'll get that vengeance here.
That's a good pickup. Gonna help him with HP regen.
Surely the game changer.
Oh yeah. Coming in.
5 heroes on the sidelines. Empire. It
they
feels
put it
like
back in the grave.
No,
and I really feel that LGD just they play such a solid early game as a good pickup, but at the same time, you don't have anything to worry about with the way Empire laned this and the way they drafted this. There's just no threat of any late game or mid game. And I really feel just the laning stage.
It's one thing to make a drafting adjustment, but they made such a radical adjustment that just felt like they were also missing pieces to the overall gameplay.
Yeah,
didn't have a carry, didn't dominate the lane,
late game or mid game.
Didn't really shut down the Bat Rider. Ember was farming well. I mean, part of that maybe just comes down to individual skill, as you point out with maybe always doing well in his lane. Last game we saw him in a 2v1 as a Dragon Knight, and he still basically breaks even on CS.
And they also don't have the best stuff for Avoid in this game. They only have the Sunray really to shoot into the Chronosphere.
They're just buying whatever the hell they can. It's going to be an Aether Lens for the Phoenix. It'll be a medallion for the Beastmaster, but at 32 minutes, these are not the items you want to be seeing coming out, and certainly not while your base is completely under siege. Ember's in, deep behind enemy lines, maybe looks to go. He gets hit by the Sunray, the Chrono gets dropped, but it doesn't catch out maybe. It's a full HP Showait that's getting worked on, but Afterlife melting to the crits, being driven back. The egg gets dropped, and maybe he's just going to work it down with auto attacks in the Ember. Can he finish his time? He's going to have to run away. LGD diving towards the well. They might have overextended a bit here. The Aegis will get popped. Showait working with Kinar, trying to finish him off. They've got a fresh wipe on the Ember. Kinar sliced up and spit out. Maybe continues to not die. die. This Ember Spirit, absolutely sensational. He gets another 16-0 and 16. He's got more kills than all of Empire combined, yet to die, and he's looking for more. Remnants forward, swagging left, right, all over the place. Empire just can't withstand the punishment. Another kill. Give this man an ultra. He wants the rampage. Diving to the well. Will he get the cleave? The GGs come out. They don't want to die to the rampage, but they might give it up anyway. Maybe. And in the end, slight mercy. He'll settle for the ultra.
And they're going to end the game on 14-37 as the score. And LGD 2-0 against Empire. Really dominant performance and just solid plays from every single one of them.
We saw Eternal Envy Spirit in the series earlier now.
Definitely.
They've been living on, but Empire going home, Waga.
They're going to end the game on 14-37. Yeah, there's nothing else to say. They just stepped up and played good. And a lot of the Chinese players really said that before the tournament as well, that LGD are strong. You should not underestimate them. And here they are, proving it.
I will say for Empire, this is still a very young team. They haven't had all that much main stage experience, but they have shown a lot of promise. This game they faltered a bit. It felt like in the draft they weren't in their comfort zone, and they got outplayed on top of that. But I still see potential for this team moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. They have a lot of potential. It's just about finding what your style is, finding what you can do as a team, and utilizing the great talent they have in these players.
You look on the other side, LGD, they've got nothing but experience, poise under pressure, whether it's Xiaowei. Even at this point, maybe in aggressive, they're veterans. They have played and performed at TI at some of the biggest stages. And on the back of that, LGD, they stay alive here in the lower bracket. It's a 2-0 victory over Empire. But they have shown a lot of promise.
Thank you very much, Wagger and LD on the commentary that time round. Let's catch up with our experts then. First, we start with Purge. A brilliant demonstration, not just from LGD, but also from MMY and, of course, maybe in particular.
Yeah, I learned something very valuable. There's no reason to ever pick Shadow Demon when you have an MMI IO on your team. There's no, because it does everything that SD kind of does, but better. Like every Chronosphere is countered. You can counter nukes. You can counter team fight. You can just keep people alive. Like he made one mistake the